So we are a bus dealership that did $120 million in sales last year. We're on pace to make for about $150 million in sales this year. In addition, about 6 months ago, we acquired another dealership and have been in the process of merging.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. My father is the founder. He is 77 years old, but really 77 years young because he does not stop. He has said he has no intention of ever retiring ever. So just he'll always be involved. When we merged, he announced that the former president of the company that we purchased was going to be his successor. However, it became clear this summer, other than naming a successor, there does not appear to be a plan. My brother works for the company. He's been there for 27 years, and I am very new. But my question ultimately is, how do I get my father to discuss this succession plan, both for himself and his employees? Employees are asking a lot of questions, and I don't have a lot of good answers. So,
okay. The first thing that comes is it's strange that someone from the outside is named the successor instead of your brother. The way you posed the question, I immediately asked that question. Why?
My brother is fantastic at operations, but it's just not the right role for him. Just he's not great at the people side of business in terms of internally. And so it was just believed that.
So so you mean operations, meaning like logistics and getting the buses out,
yes,
but not operations like the COO. Because to be the COO, you would have to be great at people.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what do you do there?
So I came in 5 months ago to be their HR director. So they had no person assigned to do HR.
Yeah. How many people work there?
Between the two dealerships, 55.
Okay. All right. And your dad intends to do what with the business when he dies? Who will be inheriting it?
We don't know. He won't tell us.
Okay. I don't think I can help you.
Okay.
Because I think you're dealing with a hard head.
Yeah.
I will tell you a couple things to think about, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to work.
Okay.
Based on everything that you just told me. So in all the studies we've done with family businesses, we have found that the most difficult emotionally transition is Gen 1 to Gen 2. Because of exactly the thing you've described. Gen 1, me, your dad, I'm 65, he's 77. We're the guys that started it with our fingernails down in the dirt, in the grease, changing the tire in his case, or whatever had to be done. We've done whatever had to be done since God was a boy, and we've gutted it out, and we're stubborn, and we fight like a dog on everything. Everything's a dog fight. Everything is a go-get. And that's the founder's makeup. And the thing that causes us to become successful is the thing that causes us to be lousy at succession unless we make an intellectual decision to overcome it.
Okay.
Because all of those things that caused him to become successful is making him a butthole when it comes to succession.
Yeah.
Because he's doing it exactly wrong.
Yes.
Exactly wrong. He's going to screw this up. Okay? It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a dumpster fire if he keeps going the way it is. Okay?
Yes.
He's disrespecting your brother. He's not listening to anyone. He's trying to be secretive about everything, like he owns the keys to the dadgum heaven or something. And all of this is working against him. So a couple of principles that we found that causes succession plans to have a increased probability of success. Principle number one, the more gradual, the better, the higher the probability of success. He's violating that wholesale. He's going to grab his chest, fall back into the grave, and toss his keys out as he dies. It's the worst possible scenario from a probability of you all surviving. Because with him dies culture, with him dies values, with him dies the stuff that brought us here that he has not systematically transferred. With him dies product knowledge that he's not systematically transferred, customer input, vendor knowledge. All of this dies with him, and then the rest of you are left to pick up the pieces of Humpty Dumpty. And it's the it's the lowest probability of succession of you winning. Okay. The second thing that we found, high probability of succession working, the high, unbelievable, ridiculous levels of openness and communication. We're communicating to our vendors how the succession plan is working. We're communicating to our team how the succession plan is working. We're communicating to our customers how the succession plan is working. And we're communicating to our family how the succession plan is working. And then everyone, if they want to have some anxiety, can go ahead and have it right then. They may not like it, but this is at least what we're doing, and at least everyone knows. Because here's the problem. If no one knows, 100% of the time, they assume it's going to be worse than it actually is. People do not assume good things. They assume bad things.
Right.
When people don't know, and it's going to be hard to attract talent to work for this company, and it's going to be hard to keep talent at this company because they refuse to put up with this horrible leadership style.
Yes. That is what we're facing, is they're going
to leave the ship because they know it's going to sink.
Yeah.
And you can't get new people to come in. They look at it and go, you ain't got a chance. I'm not going over there. So high levels of communication, gradual is the next thing. And he's violating both of those wholesale. And it's just, it's a problem. So I don't know how to get this hard head to do it. I like him because I am him. I'm just like him. But there's parts of me that think like him. But this secrecy is going to damage the family. This control freaking is going to damage the probability of this thing being sustainable. Okay.
Maybe if you could help me just frame, I know I want to, and I have been going to him and, with honor and pointing out this is impressive what you have done and what you've accomplished and all of that.
Yeah, but Dad, all the data tells me it's going to die with you because no one knows what's going on.
Right.
And all the data tells me that it's going to die with you because you're going to hold on to the keys to your last breath. And Dad, I don't want that for you. You've worked your whole life to build a $150 million business from nothing, and it would be a real shame for this thing to burn down around us after you die. And all the data in family business, all the stuff I researched, Dad, says it's going to, because nobody knows what's going on and because you refuse to gradually do this. We don't think you need to leave. We love you. We honor you. We're glad you're here. But we do think you're going to have to turn loose of some stuff like knowledge of things in order for this place to survive after you're gone. That's common sense.
Yeah.
It's not because we're trying to take over and not because we're trying to shove the old man in the corner in a nursing home. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to increase the probability that this thing that you have worked so stinking hard to do and have done so well with, that it survives. It'd be a shame for all your hard work to go up in flames. And Dad, all the data says it's going to.
Okay.
You can't tap somebody on the shoulder with your little sword and make them King Arthur. It's not how it works.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're right. Approaching him with honor, but I think you got to go at him because I don't think he understands anything else.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets nuance.
Yeah. No, he does not.
I don't. I mean, if you're going to talk to me, subtlety just comes off to me like passive aggressive. You just got to tell me. But you can couch it, like you said, in honor and in dignity. It's like, hey, I love you. I'm your daughter. I'm here because I want to help. But Dad, I am really, really worried that your legacy, that all your hard work it's going to be very hard to pull this off if you don't teach us how you want this done and open up your hand and be a little bit more open instead of so worried that somehow you're going to get fired. You ain't going to get fired. You own the place.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose your job if you tell people what's going on. As a matter of fact, your job's going to get a lot sweeter and a lot nicer. And but having done it myself, it's very emotional, actually, when you actually face your own mortality and you say, oh, this isn't all about me. Who knew? I have to learn to be less important so that the thing I love, my family and my business, both survive. And that's an act of nobility that the founder has to rise above our little stubborn, selfish brat that got us here. And I've got it inside of me, so I really do like your dad. He and I would hang out together and like each other.
You would enjoy him very much.
Yeah, I'd box his ears, but we'd hang out together.
Yeah. I wish I could get you into the room. He would listen to you.
You can play this back for him if you want. I don't care. Because I respect what he's done. What he's done is amazing, but what he's doing is killing the thing that he loves. He's killing Ashley. He's killing his son. He's going to kill the business if he doesn't turn loose of this information and systematically, as business acumen requires, begin to mentor the values and the culture that you want to be left behind into the succession plan and announce it to the world that this is what we're doing. And we've been doing it for 16 years. That's how long we've been working on this. And it's working too, by the way. It's absolutely working. Our succession plan is absolutely amazing. So real proud of our team, real proud of our family and how they're in a position to do this. And I'm real proud of myself of how I've worked myself out of a job. It's painful, y'all. It's just painful.